Hello everybody, Manly is here, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. And let's look at the active time more to see kind of, who we're going to be working with potentially in this episode and the next. And the first is Otto. We know Otto as the chief steward of Clive's hideaway. Otto continues to serve the same role he did under Sid, being the primary person in charge of all monies and information coming into and going out of the hideaway. Then we know Sid's daughter, Midadal. Daughter of Sid and student of engineering at the University of Canver. From a young age, Mid showed the same passion for invention as her father, and an even greater aptitude. She is as well versed in the secrets of modern and fallen technology as any scholar in the twins. It means to put that knowledge to use in service of the hideaway. And Mid is creating a ship called the Enterprise, the hideaway's mithril engine-powered flagship. Designed by the father and daughter team of Sidolphus and Midadal Telamon, the ship is currently under construction in a hidden cove on the outskirts of Canver. And we're back at the hideaway to talk to Otto and see what he needs us to do.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen?
How are we supposed to
it looks like we got some new bounties
as
as well.
Crawling with Akashic in the...
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right, but it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been Mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Accept the quest like father, like daughter. Alright, let's see what things Nectar has for us. Okay, it looks like we have to hunt a chocobo, the Dread Comet. The hunters of Tabor speak of a wild chocobo that hunts not only the nearby Badlands, but also their dreams, where it exhibits a ferocity rarely seen in its species, and has ripped more than a dozen of their comrades from gizzard to groin and feasted on their flesh. The bird is far past taming. It must needs be put down. And that is in the Sickle of Dalmechia. We may, Tabor, the Gilded Path. We may just do this now. Let's see where the sickle is. I know if I had a guess, probably down there. Oh no, it's over here. Yeah, let's just go do that now. Get rid of this chocobo, and then we'll continue with the main quest.
Fly,
Do we have
Ambrosia.
any friends with us? No, we just have Torgal, but that's okay. I think we can handle one chocobo. And you know who we haven't seen in a while is the Karen or Blacksmith. I think we should check in with them too to see if there's any upgrades available for us. We're just gonna take a right. Down this bridge.
Time to fight.
Let's see. Let's go down here. It's not what we want. goblin mugger, and they're protecting something, but I don't need that either.
All right.
I could have sworn we already done battle with a bounty down here. Give me one moment. I'm gonna turn down the music. It's like been really loud, and no, let's do that. Okay. I don't know if that's helpful. Okay, I don't see wild chocobo down here either. So maybe we have to go. Well, that can't be it, can it? I didn't know I could jump. Well, let's just check them here. There's one still alive. Yeah, let's check up here really quick. And if not, we'll have to go back and see. Okay. Oh, we have a chest. With a meteorite. Like, we don't have plenty of those already. Okay.
Come on.
If it's not here, then it's got to be here.
Run like the wind.
Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Okay. Some gill. And we'll go right now. And check down here, perhaps? Aha. That's a cool looking chocobo. It's like very parrot-like, and that is the Dread Comet. Okay, rank A. This one might be a bit of a challenge, surprisingly, for the chocobo, but we'll find out.
That's like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken.
Oh my god.
Too slow.
Pop his strength tonic. And the aerial blast as well. The only crappy thing is that he doesn't stagger. This is like the beefiest chocobo ever. Oh. Oh my gosh. This thing is kicking my ass. All right, let's go ahead and put on a Stone Skin Tonic.
Come on! I needed that. Nice try.
There we go. Holy cow. I was totally wrong. That was a lot harder than it needed to be. But for our efforts, we get a whopping 5,300 experience, which is great, and we get the Comet Feather. As truly red chocobos are rare, one might assume the same could be said of their feathers. Yet somehow they were found in nearly every market from Dalamill to Northreach. Contrary to what the merchants hawking them would have you believe, however, the items on sale are more often than not the feathers of robins or even common hens.
Poor beast.
That we couldn't tame it.
There was nothing I could do.
Yeah, I want that on my team. I mean, Torgal, you're great, but you can't not exactly spawn comets. Holy cow. All right. Let's head back to the hideaway. I want to check in with the blacksmith and Karen. Obviously check in with Karen to restock all the items that we had to use. Okay.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
Okay.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to.
Well, I just wanted to see what you had for sale.
Clive,
Okay.
if you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Runeblade. It's pretty good. Should I buy it? I mean, it's only 4,000, so why not?
It'd better all be here.
I don't need the diamond sword. You know,
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
we're gonna get
It'd
all the
better all
rune
be,
stuff. Don't need any of that.
You'll not
This
find a better
one.
price than that.
And sell all the valuables for 13,000. Thank you. Head over to blacksmith.
So, what'll it be?
And we can reinforce a rune blade. Plus
Yeah,
one,
that should do you.
and a rune blade.
You can
Plus
thank me
two,
later.
easy. Rune belt plus
Yeah,
one,
that should do you.
plus
You can
two.
thank me later.
We definitely have the stuff for
Yeah,
it.
that should do you. You can thank me later.
Awesome.
Anything else?
Glad to know that we have upgrades there. Let's go ahead and look at our missives. I don't think we may have some quests in here. No, we don't. Okay, starting over. Clive, I cannot begin to thank you for all you have done for Lostwing. So, in lieu of any awkward remerciements, I shall be sending several barrels of next season's vintage. I can only hope they finally turn you off that foamy swill you and yours so covet. Quentin. Duty, my Lord Marquess. In your absence shall I watch over my new charges, affording them every protection I am able. I only ask that you do the same for his grace. Yote. And on our own terms. I regret that both you and the lump had to get all tangled up in the wicked weave of my sordid past, but thanks to your meddling, I was finally able to put to rest matters that were left too long to fester. And with that finally done, might be I can sit back and enjoy this new world of yours you're so keen on creating. One don't need a pair of eyes to see the good you've done, Karen. Okay. All caught up there. Then we'll go and now search Mid's dungeon.
He's a surly soaker. Who cares less about
Sid! Heard you were in Canva fetching young Ned.
Can we get down there from here? No.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be clever like Miss Mididol?
Do you think Mid's ship will have the same?
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
Okay. So we found Sid's pipes in Mid's
We've had
dungeon.
no word from Canva for days. Please tell
Crazy.
me Mid is all right.
Okay. Let's look at these volumes.
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
A riddle. Mididol. I know you like your riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my inventions, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, daughter dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. You're going to have to work on that last rhyme. Good luck. Of all his inventions, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, daughter dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first.
Sid's best invention.
It's Mid.
That sounds promising.
Now it sleeps there in the first, so it's like
So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would
her
that
heart,
be?
metaphorically
Perhaps Otto
speaking.
might know.
I mean, that's how I interpret it.
Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then
So, Mididol carries something within her?
Well, did you find anything? Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was? Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't
Never mind.
surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a cash?
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to Mid and the others?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
Okay, gotta just fix this now.
There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Looks like a part to a lightsaber. We're racking up the ability points again. Like I said, and I say this probably every time, we gotta spend those. I just don't know what on.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave
Totally
a
forgot
message
we
with
had him.
Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails.
Okay.
I have to get back.
We do have a couple of new quests. So I think we'll knock those out this episode. So let's see what this is first.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
Yep, I'll speak to him.
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Okay, let's go talk and resolve this. We gotta be coming up on the end game. I can't imagine that there's a whole lot left for us to do. Oh, we have another quest down there.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Okay. Let's go ahead and make for Dravozd. Oh, we have a couple of places we gotta go. Okay. Tabor. Like, a part of me wants to do all these side quests, just so I can really flesh out the narrative of a lot of characters, and, you know, really ensure that I complete as much as I can before the end of the game. But the other part of me is like, why? You know, it doesn't really offer much in the way of reward, minus the one mission that expanded our potion slots. So it's like, I don't know.
Good girl.
I can't imagine that there's gonna be much more side quests.
Time to fight.
But we'll just have to see. I mean, we got the 2 left in the hideaway that we'll do this episode, and I think that might be it for the side quest. And I think there's a New Game Plus option too, which I'm not gonna even entertain doing. So that's why I want to do as much as I can this playthrough, because I don't think this is a game that I'd revisit necessarily. Okay.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravozd. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Sultan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
The forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
Okay. Forge on the hill, speak with Zoltan.
Forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Mama.
I bet we're gonna have to do something for this guy too. Probably fight some bandits, get him some supplies, something.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did? Fuck! We're getting nowhere! These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless!
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something.
Okay, let's go back and speak with Blackthorn. This is the worst part of the game, to be honest with you. Just this back and forth talking and the dialogue, and it really just is not good.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravojd, Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravojd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravojd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravojd won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravojd will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favor and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, men.
Okay. Let's go slay a desert salamander. I sort of feel like I've just been listening to them talk for the past 30 minutes.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
No holding back.
You know, I'll be honest, I kind of zoned out. I don't even know why we're getting these salamanders. Something for the forges? Okay. That's probably what we need to do.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
Yes, please, let's. Alrighty. We get salamander skin. Some species of salamander are wont to shed their tails in order to escape predators. Alas, all those of sufficient size to provide the embellished stretch of skin that Cid's bellows require have no predator but mankind, and are disciplined to part with their appendage.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
Okay.
Ready, go? Yeah!
I can walk from here.
Yeah, let's get this thing done.
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Let's go ahead and hand it over.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Okay, let's get back to the Black Hammer and finish out this side quest.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
And this is the pit coal cinder. Sooty black shards recently removed from the equally sooty black depths of the Dravost mine. Scattering them over a fire produces a hot crimson flame, for which effect the substance has long been highly prized by desert fortune tellers looking to strike the fear of the inferno into their superstitious clients. Okay.
Pit coal cinder? How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the Cursebreakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Okay, we get the Ouroboros design draft. Diagram detailing the steps to craft a belt to end all belts. Okay, let's see about this belt to end all belts. So we just made the rune belt. I'm sure it's going to need some sort of crafting material that we may not have yet.
What do I owe the honor? Not saying Fornian, do you?
Yeah, stone tongue. Okay. So I'm sure that comes with a bounty. It is actually really good. Much better than the belt that we have now by a considerable amount. Especially with that defense. But okay.
Anything else?
I think we're going to stop there. I honestly don't know if I can bring myself to... Oh, Tears of Mercy. I gotta do that. Please, you're gonna have some marble. Okay. Yeah, let's do these last side quests. Tears of Mercy. It's in the infirmary. I wonder if it's connected to Dion, and if it is, then, you know, I feel like we need to do it, so we might as well just do these last side quests. Okay, let's see what this guy wants. Nigel.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
Go get this one vine that's going to turn into
a single vine from
something probably a bit more taxing.
That's correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Yeah, let's hopefully make this quick. Okay. It really just is a never-ending chain of fetch quests, right? I feel like there was a lot more room to do, like, you know, mini game type things, stuff like that, rather than, hey, go talk to person A. Okay, now fetch person A something that person B needs. Yeah, like, so when we put together the scales that those kids broke, you know, that could have been an opportunity to actually build it yourself and interact with it, rather than just select a dialogue option and, you know, go from there. It just really brings down this game. You know, side quests should be fulfilling, I feel like. Okay. Okay, Morble sightings, let's see. These Morbles are going to be the Whispering Waters of Rosaria and it's carrot. If you should come across a red carrot protruding from the marshes of 3 reeds, do not attempt to pull it from the swampy soil. It is, in truth, another root vegetable entirely, an exotic species of morble that uses a modified carrot-like vine as a lure to draw its prey close, before emerging from the earth and swallowing them whole. A cruel way for nature to turn these times of privation to her advantage. Okay, before we do that, we're going to restock on potions, because I don't think we did last we went to... No, we didn't. Okay. Yeah, let's go get those potions, and then we'll head to the 3 reeds. Oh, nope. Gotta go to the Charon.
Still alive, are ya? Going purse weighing you down.
Okay.
You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Is that all?
Yeah, well... Okay. 3 reeds, Rosaria... I want to say it was around here. Okay, there it is. So now we just gotta look for an orange carrot protruding from the ground. Shouldn't be too hard. At least in the swamps. I would say down there looks pretty good, no? Oh no, it's gonna be in this area, huh? Yeah. Because it usually will normally be in some sort of round arena-like spot. And I don't think we fought anybody here yet. Carrot. Yeah, it's a rank B, so nothing too crazy. Hopefully nothing like the Dread Comet.
Couldn't have been just any mobile, could it? Right then.
This guy's beefy.
That's better.
Oh shit, I died. Game over. No. Well, that was a first, I think.
It's us or them.
I was trying to tank that breath. probably not a good idea. Got the deadly takedown. Is that damage over time, I'm assuming? Yeah, should try and keep my health up so I don't have an embarrassing time again. Getting a lot more stagger damage on it now. So long as I can combo with my lightning rod, it puts me in a pretty good place to get a lot of damage off. Oh, I did not mean to do that one. This to try and get the stagger going. Wherever he may pop up at. Come on. Nice. Okie dokie then. We get the Morbal tendril. Extending from the underside of a Morbal's body, these tendrils mainly serve the purpose of locomotion. When times are lean, however, they also can serve as temporary roots, drawing ethereal energies from the soil. And a Morbal flower. It is said a Morbal only blooms once every 30 summers, and when it does, that the resulting flower emits such a noxious odor that flies, beetles, vultures, and other cravers of carrion are drawn from leagues around the stench. The resulting convergence sees the flower pollinated, the Morbal devouring those late to the festivities, tamed by defeating Carrot.
That was definitely anything but
Let's get back to Nigel. And then after we turn this in, we'll do the last side quest here.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Here. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once. It's just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Okay, and we get the invigorated Morganbeard extract. If adding the extract of Morganbeard petals to curative or performance-enhancing potions increases their potency. Then imagine what adding the extract of Morganbeard petals fortified with the vigor of a Morble gripped with madness might do, necessary for further increasing consumable potency. And a goblin coin. Okay, so... Man, you know, I'm kind of having my own foot in my mouth. Potion potency plus. You have obtained a file of invigorated Morganbeard extract, further increasing the potency of most consumables. Both potions and high potions now restore even more HP, while strength, stone skin, and Lionheart tonics last even longer. Like, I just got done complaining about how these side quests are just drawn out, but you know, the rewards for them like that can sometimes be great, but the majority of the rewards I feel sometimes aren't to that level. You know, getting a blueprint for a belt is cool, but you still need to do another side quest or bounty to get the material needed to craft it, and it's much better than the one that you have. And then, you know, because you don't know if you're gonna get another one that's gonna be better than that side quest one. And so it really does make it difficult to essentially slog through these side quests. Okay, let's see what this one's about.
This up much longer. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything, but I'll speak to her.
Oh, thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Okay, let's go speak to Tarja right over here.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez's worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Tyre. Surely.
No, but we
There
would.
must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Okay. Norvent, Robert's Pass. Is this another side quest? No. Okay. I feel like it might be easier to just go from Northreach. It's kind of going through Lost Wing itself is a little annoying. Here seems like kind of a bit more straight shot.
Come on. Faster!
Not here for you.
Rodrigue could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
I mean, come on. Do we honestly think that we're going to expect anything different from Fire tornado. Easy enough. We get the Spider Eye. The creature from whom this orb was plucked is of the order commonly known as Weeping Widows, whose venom is produced not in the salivary gland, but in the tear duct. They are wont to spin their webs in shaded bowers or the roofs of dark caves, and rain their paralytic tears upon any animal unlucky enough to pass beneath them. The prey, once rendered immobile, is bound in gossamer silk for later consumption.
Hopefully one will be enough.
Okay, that was a quick one. Well, the action was quick. I'm sure the talking won't be.
Thank goodness you're back. Talia looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigue. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
Alrighty. And that's the last side quest we have here in the Hideaway, Tears of Mercy. Okay. And I think this is where we'll end the episode. When we return, we'll finish up a Song of Hope and continue the main quest. I did look up the quest list, and we are very close to the end. Really only a couple more main missions. So I think what we'll do is that we'll forego any more side quests and truck along through the main journey. And that way, these final episodes will have a little bit more continuity to them, rather than stopping to do all these little side quests and breaking up the pacing of the story. Because I imagine that it's going to have quite a fantastical ending, and I don't want to ruin that. And also, these side quests really have overstayed their welcome with me, and I'd rather not keep doing them. You know, I would say that the hour and 20 minutes that this episode is, about 50 of that was side quests, and I get it. You know, side quests are sometimes necessary to, you know, pad the story, give a break between the main action, and provide the player something else to do. But these side quests really haven't hit with me yet, and I don't think they will. So I'd rather just forego them and continue the main quest. In any case, as always, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.